Most people feel overwhelmed at work, not because they're bad at their job, not because they lack discipline, and not because they're doing something wrong. They feel overwhelmed because they're spending their best energy on tasks that don't actually require their brain. So if you can relate to this and have ever ended a workday exhausted but still unsure what you really accomplished, this video is for you. Because today I'm going to walk you through 10 work tasks that you can automate right now using AI. So you can save hours every single week without changing jobs, learning complicated tools, or working longer days. Let's start with those emails, because writing emails from scratch is one of the biggest hidden energy drains at work. Not because emails are actually like that hard, but because they require constant context switching, tone decisions, and tiny micro choices that add up fast over the course of the day. It's also something that tends to pop up as distractions, right? When we're trying to get to that deep work. So instead of writing emails from scratch, paste your draft into ChatGPT and say,
rewrite this to be clear, professional, and concise while keeping my tone.
You still control the message. AI just removes the friction. When you do this consistently, email stops being so draining. It stops being something that you dread and starts becoming something you finish quickly. Another way to treat emails or any other messages is to take a quick screenshot and upload that into ChatGPT. So when you receive an email, you receive a comment on social media, whatever, just capture it real quick, throw it into your AI, and tell the AI to draft a response. You still have to be there to vet the response. You need to make sure that it is your tone, that it is your voice, that it is communicating what you want to be communicated. But after a while, like for me now, my AI knows me so well that those responses are usually spot on. I usually just have to go back and remind it not to use all those dashes. All right, so we're on to the second task, which is meeting preparation. Those meetings, right? Most people skim an agenda and show up hoping that they will think of something to say or contribute. And then they leave feeling like they could have contributed more. So instead, drop the agenda into ChatGPT and ask, what are the most strategic questions that I should ask in this meeting? And what should I pay attention to? Chances are you'll walk in way more grounded, prepared, and confident without spending extra time. Okay, so third is weekly reporting and updates. If you're rewriting the same report every single week, you're wasting time you don't need to waste. Please take your notes, Slack messages, or rough bullet points, whatever it is that you're reporting on, put it into your AI. I use ChatGPT, and ask it to summarize your week into wins, challenges, and the next steps. This turns reporting into a 5-minute task instead of 30 minutes of mental overwhelm. Your fourth task is to turn big goals into clear plans. Overwhelm usually isn't about too much work, it's about unclear work. So when something feels heavy, tell ChatGPT exactly what you're trying to accomplish and ask it to break that into phases, milestones, smaller chunks, those easy to follow steps. Clarity creates momentum, and momentum reduces your stress significantly. Number 5 is research. You don't need to read 10 articles anymore to understand one topic. Just simply ask an AI like ChatGPT to summarize, compare, or explain information at the depth you actually need. Whether that is beginner level or intermediate or maybe executive, this alone can save you hours every week. Or hey, here's a bonus suggestion. If you're reading a lot of like heavy research papers and such, you can throw it into Google's Notebook LM and it'll turn it into a podcast. So now you can use your commute to listen to the information that you needed to absorb. All right, we're at number 6, and this task is rewriting for tone. So anytime you're hesitating before sending a message because you're unsure how it sounds, paste it into ChatGPT and just ask it to adjust the tone. Clear communication prevents these misunderstandings that can be so detrimental at work. Misunderstandings also cost us way more time and energy than we tend to realize. Number 7 is organizing messy thoughts. If your brain feels scattered, do a full brain dump without editing yourself. Then ask ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using to organize it into priorities, projects, and next actions. This is one habit that can completely change how calm and focused your workday feels. The 8th task is turning meeting notes into action. So paste transcripts or notes into ChatGPT and ask it to extract action items, owners, and deadlines. This removes the mental burden of remembering everything later and makes the follow through far more reliable. Number 9 is decision support. So when you're stuck between options, you don't need more opinions, you need clarity. Ask ChatGPT to compare your options based on pros, cons, risks, and alignment. You still make the decision. AI just helps you to see it clearly and might help you go back and forth a bit. And number 10, the final task, is planning your week. I want you to tell ChatGPT your priorities, constraints, and energy levels, then ask it to structure your week in a realistic way. In a realistic way that works with you and how you actually function, not how you think you should function. Here's the bigger picture. None of these automations replace your thinking, they protect it. They remove friction so that your energy and your value goes where it matters the most. This is the foundation for everything else we'll build, from deeper automations to AI agents and systems that quietly support your work in the background. I swear, once you experience this shift, you'll never look at your workload the same way again. Hey, I'm Amanda, your online big sis, here to teach you everything about AI plus you. So make sure to subscribe for more simple ways to level up your life and career with AI. I'll see you in the next one.